Let's see what our wheeled wonders are up to in this week's Week in Review. This is where we pop in on a Saturday and we review the entire week of our little wheeled wonders and see what they've been up to. So, let's get at it. This week, I gotta start with Caravan Carolyn. So Carolyn's in Arizona. She's hanging out with Aja from Pandemonium. So apparently her integrity has been in question. So she defends her integrity and shows photos of herself as a police officer to prove to all her doubters that yes, she was a cop. She then enlightens us on how if you put an antenna in your window, you can watch TV. Now, along with the fire ant fiasco, now we have the rattlesnake. Now, to be fair, it wasn't Carolyn herself, but it was one of her buddies killed a rattlesnake. I don't know, man. The slaughter in the deserts, the body count's rising. Now I get it. Fire ants aren't fun, rattlesnakes are dangerous, but you decide to move into their territory. It isn't like the rattlesnake kind of like mysteriously appeared in your Manhattan penthouse. No, you're out in the desert. You're gonna find this shit. Leave it alone. Then she shows us a bunch of balloons that are soaring overhead. But wait, one makes what appears to be an emergency landing in the middle of her little band of merry cohorts. So this balloon, I mean, it looked like a clown car. Her people just kept on pounding out and pounding out and pounding out. I'm not gonna lie, with the recent rash of killings going on in that desert, I wouldn't be surprised if she had something to do with that balloon coming down. Next we have our little family trio of Less Junk, More Journey. They're in Tennessee, which is their home state, and they took us on a tour of someone's motorhome. Then Nathan went back to his childhood home, which is a farm. Took the daughter for a daddy-daughter day. Went back where he grew up. Used to be a tobacco farm. Now they just grow produce. Everybody got all dolled up and they had family picture day, where they all posed for some family photos. And then Nathan, thanks to all their Patreon subscribers, decided he could dump a wad of cash and get some new camera equipment. He shows us his new 4K camera, and he does a side-by-side comparison with his old camera and his new big fancy expensive one. They wrap up the week showing us a video from January from a Tampa RV show. Guess he was too busy playing with his new camera equipment. He didn't have time to film anything new. Haven't heard anything for a couple days, so I guess we'll wait for him to get his camera equipment all up and running and figure out how it works so we can see some new fancy stuff from Less Jump, More Journey. Now let's move over to the Depriest. Alright, let's see, what did Depriest do this week? They started us off, they had some drone footage of the property in their little garage. Tied some ribbon and marked some trees that needed to be cut down. They watched a guy cut down the trees and stacked a little bit of wood and sweat, and they were tired from watching the guy cut trees down all day. Then they had a little segment of Heather dyeing her hair. Caught a lot of flack in the comments for that one. This is an RV channel. We're here to watch RV stuff, not to watch her do her hair. Yeah, people didn't like that. And later in the week, we had Heather's road rage incident where she was bullied on the road, had a gun pulled and pointed at her, and she was run off the road.
And it was either go over into the bridge or just try and figure out how to swerve and go.
So he hit you?
He hit my mirror.
Okay. So he pulled the gun out?
He hit the mirror more than once. He bent the mirror.
So did he pull a gun out?
He had a gun out and he went like this to me, and then he went.
The next video after that, we're at the little garage installing some weather stripping. Framing up a window hole, not to put a window in, but put shelves. He put shelves in the window hole. But anyway, he did that, and no mention of Heather or her little incident. Then later, we have a little quick blog type deal where we get updated that Heather is okay And for a while, she is no longer going to be driving alone. So that was the exciting week for the Depriest. Hair dye and road rage. Josh and Kaylee from the Freedom Theory, they were in Louisiana. Took a couple tours of a few plantations. They went to LIGO, L-I-G-O, I don't know, some space theory, sciencey, black hole thing. I don't know, they did that. And Josh had some stomach pain. Found out he had 2 hernias. So he went and got them fixed, and he is on the mend now. Campervan Kevin had an exciting week. He took us used RV shopping with one of his buddies. Then we got to watch 4 minutes of a cardinal. That was exciting. He then sold his converted cargo trailer that he made into a, I don't know, a little small living space. Guy came along and backed his big white van up to it, hooked it up, and took that away. Then we went on a trip to the dog groomer. Heard all about his dog's hair, how it was long, and then it needed to be shortened. Yeah, that was about as exciting as the cardinal. And we heard about some black tank sensor issues that he was having. Seemed that he thought he only had a 5-gallon black tank. And here the sensor reads full when it has 5 gallons in it. Well, after he did a little experiment and dumping water in things and looking down the hole with a flashlight, he found out he has a 30-gallon black tank. Well, I don't know. Even though I don't live in an RV, I know that black tanks are bigger than 5 gallons. Next, we have Crystal from Follow the Hearts popped in and made an appearance. Now, Follow the Hearts is somebody I found and watched and used to enjoy watching a long while ago. She used to do some nice interviews. She used to talk to like older couples and ask them how long they've been on the road and what they do and how they make money, and you know, other people about their work camping. You know, they worked at the national parks and all kinds of stuff. And it was really interesting. I found it interesting. And then it turned into a whiny bitch fest and a begging for money. So I kind of kept watching to see where this was going. And it was all about her truck's broke and now her man left and they're back together, but they're not, and I don't know. I don't even know if he even really left. In my mind, it seems like she said he left, but she says they and we and all this other stuff, but then she leads you to believe that she's all alone and her truck broke and holds up the bill. It's going to cost me $1,600 and oh, woe is me and all that. So it kind of got like, oh man, it's getting too much. It was a mess. It just took a big turn for me. But anyway, she popped back up after a while, so I looked in and seen what she was up to. So Crystal was doing some kind of watch review and a giveaway, and then she ordered a little portable black tank. I guess where they're at, they don't have a sewer hookup. Have to close your rig all up and drive down to the dump station, or I guess you can get a honey dipper to come around and pump your tank and all that. But anyway, so she got this big old portable tank. I guess you can dump your black tank into and then just wheel it down to the dump station and empty it that way. So that was a cool little thing that she showed. But yeah, I just had to give good old Crystal from Follow the Hearts a mention. Our crafty little Pippi Peterson is next on the weekend review. This week she is reinforcing her battery bay. In previous weeks she did some solar install and she ordered some batteries. They're not there yet, but she is getting a bay all ready for her batteries. So after contacting the manufacturer of her RV, she finds out that storage spot where she's going to use to put her batteries might not be strong enough to hold all the weight of all the batteries that she's going to get. So she gets some steel and she gets to work reinforcing that, and she gets that all ready for her batteries to come for her solar system. That Pippi, she's a smart little cookie. Pretty handy too. Chris and G from Chris and G Travels. They were in Oklahoma. They went to Texas, Graham, Texas. They're doing tours and interviews with people that have shipping container homes for their other channel. We got to watch Chris jog for 4 minutes on a trail. Oh, that was exciting. He, like Nathan from Less Drunk More Journey, got a new Sony camera and a big old giant heavy gimbal. Just basically talked about some free RV park that they found in Texas, and they showed us their food, what they eat, and then what they ate later, and then what they're going to eat. So a little bit of jogging, a little bit of food, and talked a little bit about how they're heading towards Alaska. Guess it's that time of year for them. They like Alaska and they seem to go there every year. So they're in Texas now and they are heading towards Alaska. I guess they'll be stopping on the way for more tiny home stuff for their other channel. So that's about it for the Chris and G thing. Seems like they're spending a lot more time on the other channel than this one. This one kind of gets some leftover stuff. Their stuff used to be pretty interesting before. I don't know. My opinion, not so much now. Eric, Nomadic Fanatic, was spotted in California. Even though all his videos are from Oregon, someone was going past and got a quick video clip of the Nomadic Fanatic RV in California. We then saw Eric do his April Fool's joke of hooking up a filter to his toilet so he could recycle his yarn and drink it. That was his big April Fool's joke. Then we watched him turn into Superman in a phone booth, and he rode a giant corn dog. He then told us that it wasn't his job to entertain people, and then went on to make fun of Dave Hughes. Threw a little crack out there at him, called him basically, I guess, a piece of cat shit. Showed us the shortest river in the world. Made a texting and driving joke at a Lincoln Memorial. Showed us a giant fishing pole made out of a repurposed telephone pole. And showed us some really good drone footage along the coast. So Eric ends the week up with playing with his little RC truck. And he meets up with and does a little interview and tour with this dude that has the Jacksmobile. So there's this guy, Jax, not to be confused with the cat Jax, but there's a guy, his name is Jax, and he has a bus conversion. Now it's not a big long school bus, it is a short bus. It's a little short school bus that he gutted and turned into an RV. Actually did a really good job with it. Pretty cool. There's really nice floors, lots of reclaimed barn wood for countertops and cabinets and all that stuff. Has a nice bed in it and everything. It is a really cool conversion. He even has a lawn up top. He's got some AstroTurf on the roof. Now he does have sponsors, or a sponsor, and he's got the whole thing in some kind of like vinyl wrap. And it has logos and graphics and all kinds of stuff on it. But it's pretty cool. Eric then takes us and shows us some man-eating plants. Takes us down to the Oregon Dunes, which is a really cool place actually. And finds an overnight boondocking spot at a casino. That was pretty much the entire week for good old Eric, Nomadic Fanatic. Nothing real exciting. Not a whole lot of drama. But on the plus side, no crying, whining, no e-begging. Now I guess it's time to mention our non-RVers in this little group of misfits, I guess you call us. Yeah. Got stickers. Our buddy Stickers had everybody in a panic. He did a little beach time lapse. Had nothing to do with Nomadic Fanatic. But not to worry. Shortly thereafter, he got back to his old self and he did his little parody video. Really cool Really cool bombing run video. It was pretty neat. We'll wrap this week in review up with Dave Hughes and the Carpetbagger. Jacob the Carpetbagger was down Dave Hughes' way, so those guys met up and did a little sit down and did a little interview over pizza. Dave, dude, you got shafted, man. Carpetbagger got way more subscribers. Sure, he gets a lot more money than you do. You should have stuck him with the bill. Anyway, you can go check out both of their channels. Dave Hughes, see his interview with the Carpetbagger, and then go check out Carpetbagger and see when he turns the camera on Dave. So there we got our Saturday week in review, or week wrap up, whatever you want to say. Come back Wednesday, where we will have Hump Day happenings. We'll do our midweek break to see what our Wheeled Wonders are up to. And then again, next Saturday for the week in review. There's definitely other views. It might not be your opinion, but that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.